Folks, in my 20 years in the league, I've never seen anything like this. What I'm about to tell you could shake the very foundation of the NFL as we know it. This isn't conjecture, this isn't some rumor passing around in the back rooms. This is cold, verified intel, and what you're about to hear could potentially rewrite the future of a franchise that's desperate for a new era. You think you've seen blockbuster trades before? Think again. Because what's happening right now behind closed doors is on a level that only the insiders like me can truly understand. And trust me, this isn't just another rumor. There's a secret underneath it all that's even bigger, something that could send shockwaves through the league. And I guarantee what I'm about to reveal today is just the tip of the iceberg. But first, if you're serious about getting the real inside scoop, about knowing what's happening before it hits the mainstream, then smash that subscribe button, hit like, and activate the notification bell now. Because this story is only beginning, and those who are in the know will be the ones who come out on top. The NFL moves fast, my friends, and if you blink, you could miss the biggest trade of 2026. Now let's get deep into the shadows of NFL front offices, because what I've uncovered points to a massive, game-changing deal, and it starts with a player nobody saw coming. We're talking about Robert Beal Jr., a name that's been quietly bubbling under the surface. A guy with raw talent, incredible potential, and a story that is so much bigger than most realize. But why the Browns? Why now? And what does this mean for Cleveland and the entire league? That's what I'm here to break down. So buckle up, this is no ordinary analysis. Today, I'm taking you inside the secret world of NFL trades, the kind that only a handful of insiders, scouts, and front office players truly understand. I'm going to reveal the mechanics of a potential blockbuster involving Beal Jr., the intricate dance of negotiations, and the strategic genius behind what could be one of the most daring moves in recent memory. But more than that, I'll give you the inside scoop on Cleveland's current situation, their desperate need for pass rush help, and how Robert Beal Jr. might just be the missing piece that turns their franchise around, or at least, that's what the insiders are whispering. First, let's analyze Cleveland's current state. The Browns are a team in flux. They've been stuck in a cycle of mediocrity, trying desperately to find their identity after the departure of Kevin Stefanski, who now lands in Atlanta. Cleveland's defense has flashes of brilliance, Denzel Ward, Myles Garrett, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, but the pass rush has lacked consistency for years. A team with Garrett's elite talent needs a partner in crime on the edge. That's where Robert Beal Jr. comes in. Now, why Beal? What does he bring to the table? As of January 23, 2026, Robert Beal Jr. is a 26-year-old defensive end coming from Georgia, a school that's produced NFL stars for decades. His college tape is undeniable. Remember his 6.5 sacks in 2021, leading Georgia in the national championship season. His burst off the edge, combined with a high motor and relentless pursuit, makes him a perfect fit for a team that's starving for a disruptive force. But here's the catch. Beal's NFL career has been a story of potential, hampered by roster volatility. He was drafted in the 5th round by San Francisco, a team that saw his raw athleticism but also knew he needed development. His rookie season was limited, only 4 games, 1 sack, often riding the practice squad. Yet the flashes were there, like a spark waiting to ignite. In 2024, his role grew modestly, but he remained on the fringes of the roster. His stats? 15 tackles and 1 sack over 18 games, hardly eye-popping, but behind the scenes. The scouts and personnel men were buzzing, Beal's athletic profile, his character, his potential to develop into a true game wrecker. And that's exactly what Cleveland needs right now, a player with explosive upside, someone who can be molded into a dominant force. And the league knows it. The whispers are that Cleveland's front office is planning a major shakeup, and a trade for Robert Beal Jr. fits perfectly into that puzzle. But how? Let's break down the mechanics of this possible trade. It's not as simple as just swapping players' jerseys. It's a chess game with salaries, cap space, and future draft picks all in play. Beal's current contract, a 4-year rookie deal worth roughly $4 million, is a bargain for a player with his raw talent. Although his production has been light, his cap hit remains manageable, and the Browns are known for their aggressive approach to roster upgrades. They have the cap space, the assets, and the motivation. The trade could involve a mid-round pick, perhaps a 2027 second or third rounder, depending on negotiations. San Francisco, already loaded on the defensive line, might see Beal as expendable if they believe his value is about to skyrocket. Maybe a future conditional pick or a swap of late-round selections could seal the deal. The key here is Cleveland's urgency. They need a disruptive edge rusher to complement Garrett, and Beal's athletic ceiling makes him a gem worth chasing. Now, what about salary cap gymnastics? Cleveland's front office is notorious for working their magic. They can create room by restructuring contracts or moving around veteran players, making space for a rookie who's just beginning to tap into his potential. And with Beal's deal being relatively low value, he's a low-risk, high-reward option. The front office might even throw in a player or two as sweeteners, perhaps a fringe defensive veteran or a special teams specialist to sweeten the pot. But let's not forget, what makes this deal so intriguing is the scheme fit. Cleveland's defense under Jim Schwartz emphasizes power and rush disruption. Beal's game film shows a technician with a relentless motor, impressive bend, and a repertoire of pass rush moves that scouts rave about. His ability to bend the edge, set the edge against the run, and generate pressure in tight spaces makes him an ideal fit for Schwartz's aggressive 4-3 scheme. He's the archetype of a player who can thrive in multiple fronts, especially with the coaching staff that's known for developing raw talent into premier defenders. And if you think about it, the comparison to other players is striking. He's a blend between a Jason Pierre-Paul in his prime, explosive, imposing, a true game changer, and a young Julius Peppers, with that rare combination of burst and length. The kind of player who can turn a game on its head in a matter of seconds. That's the type of impact Cleveland's been missing on the edge. Now, what about the impact on the Browns' future? This isn't just about one player, it's about signaling a new direction. Cleveland is tired of being the almost their team. They see the playoffs slipping away, and they're willing to gamble big. If this trade goes down, it sends a message. We're all in for 2026. It ignites the locker room, energizes the fan base, and puts the league on notice. Because Beal Jr., with his raw talent, is just beginning to scratch the surface of his potential. When paired with Myles Garrett and a revamped defensive coaching staff, he could transform into the kind of force that makes opposing offenses lose sleep. And here's the kicker the league is watching. The media, the fantasy football community, even rival GMs, everyone knows Cleveland is hungry. The whispers about their aggressive approach are everywhere. They're not content with building for the future. They want results now, and Beal's potential makes him the perfect pawn in this high-stakes game. But what's the timeline? You need to understand, trades like these don't happen overnight. Cleveland's front office is meticulously planning every detail, waiting for the perfect moment, perhaps before the draft or coinciding with a free agency splash. And if the insiders are right, this isn't just a one-off move. It's part of a broader strategy to revamp the entire roster, and Beal Jr. might be the piece that sparks it. So what do I truly believe? As a scout, as someone who sat in war rooms, I see the signals clearly. Beal Jr. is destined for a breakout, and Cleveland, with their desperate need on the edge and the strategic flexibility, is perfectly positioned to make this move. This trade, if it happens, will be remembered as one of the most calculated, bold, and game-changing in recent NFL history. Now let me tell you what to watch for. The deadline looms, and insiders say Cleveland's front office is relentless. Watch for quiet negotiations, subtle draft pick swaps, and leads that seem to come out of nowhere. Watch for Beal's name to creep into trade rumors, because in the NFL world, players like him don't stay on the market for long. This is coming, mark my words. In conclusion, this isn't just about a player or a team. It's about a league on the cusp of a seismic shift. Cleveland's desperation combined with Beal's untapped potential makes this the perfect storm. And when it hits, it'll be one of the most historic trades in recent memory. So stay tuned, keep your eyes open. Because this story isn't over yet, it's just getting started, and trust me, the best is yet to come.